All right. Good afternoon, everyone. This is the detention docket for the 323rd District Court for Monday, January 24th, 2022. In light of the COVID epidemic and rising cases in Tarrant County, the 323rd Courthouse is closed to the public and all the court proceedings, including detention hearings, which is why we are conducting this via Zoom. In order to comply with Article 1, Section 13 of the Texas Constitution, we are broadcasting these proceedings on YouTube so the public continues to have meaningful access to what occurs inside a public courtroom. People are expected to behave appropriately for court, so please do not be moving around or having moving backgrounds. Miss Tiffany Taylor, that means you. Please not be in a moving vehicle. Please be dressed appropriately for court. Please not have a bright light behind your head. So Wendy Clerkley, please turn off that light behind your head as that tends to obscure and shadow out your face. iPhone, you don't need to be walking around or moving the camera. That is distracting to everyone. Please don't have the camera down at your lap, looking up your nose. That is also distracting and disrespectful to everyone else. Please not consume illegal substances or alcoholic beverages. Do not use the lavatory, take showers. Please not be laying in bed. Please be fully clothed. This is court. You also need to restrain your domesticated animals. All right. Usually I give another warning and then I'll start removing people if they cannot comply with these rules. All right. Giselle, oh, your camera does need to be on unless you're an officer of the court. So Giselle Zepeda, please turn your camera on. Giselle Zepeda, this is the second time I'm asking. Please turn your camera on.
It's not working.
Okay, why is it not working?
I don't know. The light is on, but it's not creating a picture. I can try my phone.
Yes, we're 2 years into Zoom now. I kind of expect everyone to be able to use Zoom. Well, Giselle, please mute yourself and try and figure that one out. And I do expect your camera to be on. Okay, so we're going to start with Matthew. Are you Matthew?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm Judge Kim. This is what's a 5-day hearing. I said this a little bit quicker because I was kind of interested in your case. If I hold you, the judge has to see you with every 10 days. So Matthew, I see that you're level 1 outstanding. It seems like you're able to show respect and you're able to follow the rules. So Mom, you're here for Matthew?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you been able to talk to Matthew while he's been here?
Yes, sir.
Are you noticing a difference in his attitude?
I think so, yes.
Okay, I think so. So what's important to me, Mom, is that in the last 5 days, he's proven to me that he can follow the rules and can be respectful. So now I'm going to go ahead and release him back to you on electronic monitor. At this point, whether you want to take away all his electronics, internet, whatever you want, that's up to you because you're mom. That's your decision to make. And those are the rules of your house. Matthew, if you cannot follow your mom's rules, then I'll just bring you back here. So at this point, while this case is pending, it's either follow all of your mom's house rules or don't, but that decides whether you stay at home and eat your food and wear your clothes, or you come to Kimbo and eat my food and wear my clothes. That makes sense. All right?
Yes, sir.
So Matthew, so I'm putting this on you and you do need to get your grades up. This is not acceptable. And I'm also expecting you to bring, Mom, what are his grades? Do you remember what his grades are right now? Mom, do you remember what his grades are right now?
Fifth passing.
Okay, that's not good enough. All right. Come on, Matthew. Asian passing is an A. A B is Asian fail, right?
Yes.
So, Mom, is this too late, or is he able to bring his grades up to all A's at this point?
I think he can if he study.
Okay. So, Matthew, at this point, we're going to watch your grades. You're going to make all A's. I'll give you a chance to make 1B. Other than that, if you can't, then I'll bring you back here. We'll enter you into this campus, and you can make all A's here before you can get out. All right? So, Mom, just keep in touch with us. Please report to Mr. Victorson and keep him appraised. If he's giving you any problems or attitudes, then we need to fix that. All right?
Thank you, Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Matthew. Jaden.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jaden, I'm Judge Kim. This is a 10-day detention hearing. You're been for 10 days. And so time to review your case, decide whether to keep you here or to release you. If I keep you here, you'll see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. We have appointed Mr. Berger as your attorney. Mike, are you here? Okay, so Mr. Gladstone, I'm going to ask you to step in.
I'm here, Judge.
Thank you. All right, Jaden, you're 17 years old, been on probation, you're level 1 outstanding as of about a week ago. Let's see. Some pictures, you posting pictures of you with guns on December 29th on Instagram. So wearing the same shoes you got for Christmas, your Christmas shoes. You issued a warrant and you're brought into custody without incident. You're on probation for assault bodily injury. 2 counts. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy cow, how many assaults do you have? June of 21. Another 2 on June of 21. April of 20. No, that's January of 20, May of 20, May of 19, March of 19, February of 16, assault public servant. Do we have mom here?
I'm here.
Okay, and you're the one that found the pictures?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I do appreciate that you're proactive with us and that keeping us informed. I feel like if the parents and our juvenile probation department work together, we can perform miracles. So at this point, it seems like Jaden's been kind of controlling himself. He's behaving here. Have you been able to talk to him on the phone while he's in custody?
Every day.
All right, are you noticing a change in his attitude?
I think so. I think he was like, he was like, I didn't know I couldn't do that, but why do you have him? So he said, we got rid of him. So that made me feel a lot better. His attitude has changed a lot.
Okay, well, that's what I want to hear. You know him better than anybody else. Is he being respectful to you?
Yes.
All right. Well, Mom, the fact that you were proactive, had we found the picture on social media, because we have people that do that, I'd be a lot more hesitant to release them. At this point, Mom, I'm confident with your supervision that you are also providing him that I think it's probably time for him to go home. All right, we'll try this again. Jaden, if you can follow your mom's rules, all of them, then you'll stay out. But if you keep on breaking them or making bad decisions, then I'm just going to go and bring you back here. You understand, Jaden?
Okay.
All right. Hey, stop self-stitching, man. It doesn't do you any favors, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Judge, is this a regular release?
On EM, I'm
Thank you.
worried about that gun. All right,
Thank you,
so
Judge.
next is Christopher.
We'll wait until we'll figure out who's been the paperwork, okay?
14 orders after, so. Hey, Christopher.
Yes, sir.
I'm Judge Cam. This is a detention hearing. You've been here for 10 days. I'm deciding whether to keep you or release you. If I keep you, you'll see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. We've appointed Mr. Daniels as your attorney. So Christopher, see, January 8th, Fort Worth PD brought you in. Domestic, talk to grandpa. Oh, you pulled a, oh, this is one you pulled the gun. Called mom a bitch. Pointed at her. Ran away from scene. Don't know where the gun is. Denied knowing about the gun. You arrest and brought over here. So, Ms. Guerrero, have we found the gun yet?
No, Judge, I don't have any information on the weapon.
All right. So, Mom, I'm very concerned if I was to release him, he would just go back and acquire the same gun that he had before. And so I'm going to go and continue to detain him because I feel like his access to the firearm makes it a danger to the community as well as himself. All right. Thank you, Christopher. Rolando.
Oh, this is messed up.
All right. Bring her back. Frank Menicon.
Judge Frank's not here. It's Daniel.
Okay, Daniel, bring her back.
Your mom?
Yes, the one
Okay,
that
I'm
just.
sorry. I was in the department. She's coming, Judge. I'm sorry. I wasn't in the courtroom. I'm not sure. I wasn't in here, so I'm not sure.
All right, ma'am. So you stood up and said something. What did you blurt out?
I said, sir, I didn't, it's no gun. It was a cell phone. My dad was
That is
the
not what
one
you
who
said
called.
when you were standing up. What did you say while you were standing up?
Sir,
What did you say while you were standing up and walking out?
I said, I can't believe this. He's been doing good.
Okay. I thought you said this is messed up, but it could have been worse. I wasn't sure.
I don't know. I don't think I probably did. It's
I'm
messed
trying to
up.
figure out if you say if this is effed up or not.
No, I didn't cuss. You can't cuss in the courthouse, sir.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same page as that. Ma'am, what you told the police was that he had a gun, so that's what I'm going off of.
But
On
my
that
dad,
police report.
yes, sir, but my dad was the one who called in and said it, and he's half blind.
Okay. That is what I'm telling you, that's what I'm going off of. That's what these hearings are about. I'm going off the police report. If it in fact was different, that is something that you need to tell the child's attorney.
Yes,
That
sir.
would be Daniels. All right? All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Daniels. All right. Giselle, have you figured out how to turn your camera on yet?
I'm signed in using my phone.
Yes. Can you turn the camera on, please?
It is on.
No, this is just a picture of you or somebody in a graduation hood. Do you have any kind of cover over your camera by chance?
No.
Your Honor, I believe she's logged in twice.
Yes. On my phone.
She's logged in on her phone and then
Okay.
also the
I'm
other.
going to remove the one that's without the camera. And we left the other one. Thank you very much, ma'am. All right, so this is Rolando.
Yes, sir.
Rolando, I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. When a kid's brought in, you have to see a judge within 2 days. I have to decide whether to keep you here or to release you. If I keep you, you'll see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Mr. Beaver has been appointed as your attorney. Good afternoon, Larry.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
So Rolando, let's see, you're 16 years old. All right, so the first question is, Rolando, are you an American citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, let's see, 2021, burglary of a vehicle. Yeah, no. Get this all out. July 21, detectives notified about 12:30 in the afternoon. Traffic stop. Driver was you. Didn't have a license. Right front passenger was the adult guardian, which is Giselle, who is the leaseholder on the vehicle. During the traffic stop, you got taken for speeding, no license, and your adult cousin, Giselle, for allowing an unlicensed minor to drive. They found a marijuana bong in plain view in the left driver's door panel. You acknowledged that was yours. Told the police you had marijuana front right pant pocket. Searched the vehicle, found a 9mm handgun from under the driver's seat. They arrested you, released to the adult that was letting you drive with marijuana and gun. All right, Pentigo. All right, so 4 months later, you were referred out of custody of Arlington. According to the police, on July 8th, a victim related somebody entered his Toyota truck without his consent. Vehicle was parked in the driveway of the house. taken a 9mm pistol from the center console. And that was the same handgun that was found at the other, that was found in the arrest in July. Okay, so in November, we got the police report about a car burglary on July 7th. On July 15th, you were picked up with that handgun. All right, so now you have a theft of firearm, which is a felony, a burglary of a vehicle case. Then on January 21st, so you have all these charges pending. January 21st, Darworthington PD, all the stolen vehicle. You were the driver doing donuts on Pioneer earlier, eluded police, going more than 70 miles an hour with the lights off. They were following you without his overhead headlights on. You stopped with the police behind. You turned on Cooper. Police followed, went up to 80 miles an hour. You turned on the lights and siren. Then you went over 100. Police lost sight of the vehicle, then saw it in a Jack in the Box parking lot. You're doing donuts in the parking lot without lights on. Now they had the helicopter involved. Went to Arlington, Grand Prairie, Dallas. Went to an apartment complex in Arlington, where you lived. Ran red lights, high speed, almost causing several accidents. Then detained you at gunpoint on a backpack and contained a little bit of weed. So then you were brought in, evading arrest of the vehicle, reckless driving, and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Positive for weed, positive for benzos. Dropped out of school, that's May. The last grade you completed was 8th grade at 16 years old. All right, well, I'm gonna absolutely tell you, Rolando, I think you are a danger to yourself as well as to others. And I think the only person showing for you is the one person that lets you drive with weed and a gun in the car with a bong in plain view. So I just don't think there's adequate supervision in your home either. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and detain you and then we'll see where your case goes. Thank you, Rolando.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. John.
This is John, sir.
Thank you. John, I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. When a kid's brought in, you have to see a judge within 2 days. I have to decide whether to keep you or to release you. If I keep you, you'll see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Mr. Adler, is your attorney. Is Frank here? No. Mr. Gladstone.
I'm here, Judge. Good morning.
Oh, there you go, Frank. Good morning. John, Fort PD brought you in, criminal trespass. Let's see, say on the 21st, so I guess Friday, 11:30, police responded to a burglary call, established a perimeter, found you exiting from a west exit with Jamarian exiting from a south exit. Third person, Maya, was going from the southeast exit. Everyone fled, but were captured. And that building is currently under construction and not open to the public. But this all happened. You have a charge from April 2020. Forward PD brought you in, saying there was a domestic. Mom said she had that you've been damaging their home with a hammer, threatening to kill them. Earlier, you had stabbed your sister in the back with a pencil. And so you have a pending family violence case. I detained you, released you at a 10-day hearing. We scheduled you for court, but then you moved to Indiana while your case was pending. Mom could not provide dad's address or the name of the school you're going to. Couldn't contact your dad through the phone. Called multiple school districts in the area. Nobody confirmed you were there. Then found out you returned to Texas, but we couldn't get a hold of Mom. So do we have a parent here for John?
Did the Zoom link to mother?
Yes.
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 All right, so Mom, my question, when John came back to Texas, why didn't you call us?
Well, I didn't know I was supposed to call the last time I spoke to the
All right,
attorney.
so Mom, I have a question. Why are you lying to me?
What do you mean? Why am I lying to you?
I mean, why are you lying to me? Because when they do the intake, they tell you, notify us of any changes.
I'm not even from here, so no, I was not aware of that. This is my first incident with my son having all these undesirable behaviors. So, sir, trust me, if I would have knew, the people I was speaking to didn't inform me of that.
Now you're lying to me a second time. All right, John, clearly there is not adequate supervision in your home, since your mom is a liar. I'm gonna go and detain you. Joseph. You send a kid to Indiana, then they come back and you don't even call when you have a pending case. When she's the victim of the case, victim services would have told her to update your information. It's two different people that would have told her.
I'm not lying.
I'm not talking to you. You're done. Joseph.
Yes, sir.
I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. When a kid's brought in, you have to see a judge within 2 days, and the judge has to decide whether to keep you in custody or to release you. If I keep you in custody, the law says you will see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Ms. Lothorpe has been appointed as your attorney. I don't think Kathy's here, is she? All right. So, Mr. Gladstone, I'm going to ask you to step in.
Got it, Judge.
All right. So, Joseph, 15 years old. Forward PD brought you in. Oh, you're one of the friends with John. So, I guess this is a same parent?
No, different.
No, this is his mom.
Miss Clark is her.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we saw Joseph running out of the building, saw Joseph walking away through a parking lot, saw him walking down the sidewalk, told him to stop, police. Continued to run. Mom has COVID, was not able to pick him up. No history of this apartment. All right, so you're Kim. How do I pronounce your name, ma'am?
It's Cambria.
Cambria. Okay. Cambria, but it's AI.
It's the correct pronunciation is Cambrai.
Okay. Okay.
But Cambria is what everybody calls me. So
Okay.
it's okay.
Makes it easy for me because I'm dyslexic and that fits right in. All right, so Miss Cambria, let me ask you this. We have this criminal trespass that's evading. Do you know the John, Jamarian, or Maya?
I've heard the name John. I've never seen him until today.
Okay.
But I've heard that name and he's gotten in trouble behind that name before.
Okay. All right, so far Joseph has no history with our department. I'm hoping this is just a situation where you need to provide more supervision for Joseph than you thought you did. All right.
Oh yeah.
And
Definitely.
So I think it was just a poor decision for him to run. If he had just stopped, he would have been let go to you right away. But once he's running, it creates more problems. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to trust you on this one. I think your eyes are kind of open now a little bit about what your son's been doing or what he's been telling you or not telling you. And hopefully this opens the door. Joseph, I'm going to let you know when you go home to your mom, there are going to be some tough questions and you better answer the questions. If I find out that you're hiding things or concealing things from your mom, then I'm just going to bring you back here because that's one of the conditions of your release. Here's the thing. I am releasing you based on you promising me that you're going to respect your mom and her rules and her questions. If you want to act like a 15-year-old, I'll treat you like a 15-year-old. That means you go home. If you want to act like a grown man where you're not going to snitch or you're going to turtle up, then you know what? I'm going to treat you like a grown-up and keep you in custody. Is that pretty simple?
Yes, sir.
All right. I just want you to be a kid. Your mom wants you to be a kid. Don't grow up too fast is what we're saying. I'm going to give you every benefit if you behave and respect your mom. If you don't, then there's other consequences. Now, Mom, did he have permission to be out at that time of night?
No, sir.
Okay.
I was asleep.
Okay. I'm inclined to put an electronic monitor on him. Okay.
Okay.
And it's really just for 30 days and we'll see what happens from there.
Okay.
Mom, then my next question is, do you suspect your son's using drugs?
I do.
Okay.
I suspect it.
Would you like us to give him a drug? It won't hurt his case or, I mean, it gives us an idea what he's doing. If you would like for us to give a drug test, I'd be more than happy to give him one. I haven't yet. If you'd rather do it on your own or take care of it on your own, I will. This is your call, but it doesn't really hurt your
I
son.
can take care of it with the
Okay.
home test. Yeah, I'll
Let's go ahead
definitely
and do that then. Miss Kim, well, now I can't remember. Cambria, either one,
Cambria.
right? Okay,
Yep,
Miss
that's
Cambria, thank you very, very much for being here. I can tell you now, Joseph, either respect her rules or you got to respect my rules. Understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Joseph. Let's go. Cameron. Can't believe that mom's telling me nobody told her to keep us updating her address. I'm so
This is
sorry.
Cameron, Your Honor.
All right, so Cameron, I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. When a kid's brought in, you have to see a judge within 2 days. Well, you know this. We've seen each other before, but I gotta tell you anyways. You gotta see a judge within 2 days. If I keep you here, you'll see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. We have appointed Mr. Pearson as your attorney. Good afternoon, David.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
All right, so Cameron's 16 years old. I've been here before. You're on probation for breaking into cars. You had a previous marijuana case, aggravated robbery case, and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle case. So while you're on probation from November, just like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, Fort Worth PD brought you in. You and mom got in a fight over you making noise while she was trying to work. Escalated to you hitting your mom in the face with a fist. And she said she had to hit you with a stick and bite you to get off. So you're on probation. Went on probation November 9th. November 9th, you were positive. The day you went on probation, you're positive for weed. So while your case is pending, you're smoking weed. 10 days later, November 19th, you're positive for weed. November 30th, you're positive for weed. December 14th, you're positive for weed. December 28th, positive for weed. And now you're refusing to provide a UA. I'm betting you're positive.
No. Oh, my fault.
No, you don't even need to talk. So at this point, my question, I'm not happy with Mr. Spence. How can he go all these dirty UAs and y'all not inform the court?
I was given a UA today. He was positive. I just met this kid last Wednesday.
Okay. So who was providing the UA diagnosis before you?
It was Ronnie Mitchell.
All right. So please get the word to Ronnie Mitchell that this is not acceptable. There is no way a kid can be on probation from this court. And on the day he takes probation is positive, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 more times he's positive, and y'all didn't tell us. This is getting to the point where I can make the determination that Mr. Mitchell is not credible as a witness, and that can end his job at JPD because he can't be used for anything. So this is something that y'all really need to get clear. I am not finding this acceptable that y'all can go 4 dirty UAs and not even tell the court about this. So I'm not upset with you, Mr. Spencer. You just got the case. And ultimately, it's Cameron's poor decisions. Do we even have a parent for Cameron?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Clerkley.
Can I say something?
I'm not sure it's going to help, but you're welcome to.
Well, it was just about Mr. Mitchell. He did submit a, I forgot what he called it, but he submitted something to the other judge. And Cameron was, he was picked back up for his dirty UAs. So I don't remember what it was called, but he did inform the other judge that we were seeing.
All right, I'll find out because those judges work for me. I need to find out why they're not issuing a warrant for a kid that tests dirty 4 times after he gets on probation.
They did issue a warrant. They picked him up from my house because he removed his patch.
12/17.
And he smoked again.
He was positive today.
Right. Mom, where's he getting the weed from?
Honestly, I have no idea. Cameron sneaks out his window. That's why I took him out of his room because my office is in the living room area. I don't know if you can see behind me, but he's in the living room with me so that I can watch him because when he was in his room, I found out that he was sneaking out of his window.
So, Mom, I'm not trying to beat up on you. But can we agree that knowing where your son is getting the illegal drugs is your responsibility?
It is, and I've
Okay.
tried
No,
to ask him.
I'm not looking for defense because I'm not beating you up, right? I'm not accusing you of anything. I just want to make sure we agree that at the end of the day, the only person in the world that really is truly their responsibility to know is you. So I'm gonna, in the future, I'm gonna expect you to know. And if your son's sneaking out the window, you need to put alarms on the window, right? I mean, that's just part of parenting. It's not easy, but every child is different. You have to adjust your parenting for that child. Okay, but I do expect you to know if your son's using or not. Are you giving drug tests on your own?
No, sir. But like I said, if he walks home from school and there's several people, I've gone up to the stores where I know he walks by. There's people out there selling drugs, etc. And I've gone up there. I've made a fuss. I've talked to the people at the store about them loitering up there, etc. So and if he's not telling me
if you know what's going to happen anyways, you need to look at other alternatives. You may have to homeschool him, right? We have to look at other options. Whatever he's doing so far isn't working. So I think you have to start looking at more extreme alternatives, okay?
Okay.
Again, Mom, Ms. Berkeley, I am not trying to beat you up. I'm not trying to put you down at all. I'm just trying to suggest that sometimes we just have to accept that whatever we've done hasn't worked. So we have to try something drastically different, okay?
I understand.
All right, thank you, Wendy. All right, so I'm not releasing you, not if you're smoking this much weed while you're on probation. You need to take probation more seriously. Katie.
Yes, sir.
All right, Katie, I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. When a kid's brought in, you have to see a judge within 2 days. I have to decide whether to keep you in custody or to release you. If I keep you in custody, you have to see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. We have appointed Mr. Hall as your attorney.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. So, Katie, so you're 15. So, Mr. Nguyen, we are doing the interim supervision for McClellan County?
Yeah, that's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so Friday night, 10 o'clock, Fort Worth PD dispatch to domestic. Talk to victim 1 and victim 2, your guardians. They're saying that you tried to make an escape out of the bedroom window when they confronted you. Stopped by Connie. You grabbed her hair, pulled it backwards, causing pain. Then they're grabbing as Scott returned home from the store, trying to secure the window. Heard a scuffle, went inside. You kicked him in the left shin, causing pain. He tried to restrain you by wrapping his arms around you. At the time, you felt pain. He felt pain in his pinky. Looked and saw you had his pinky in your mouth and biting down. Fourth PD arrived. You're on the floor. You were detained for investigation. Police determined that you had caused contact with the guardians, causing them pain, leaving injuries. So you're arrested, brought over here. And you are on supervision. You're on probation out of McClellan County for assault, bodily injury. And you're positive for weed. So you're leaving. You do what you want at home without asking permission, leaving the house without permission, aggressive behavior towards your guardian, smokes weed, and do whatever you can to be kicked out of the house since you don't want to live there. History of runaway, aggressive behavior. All right, well, I guess you are Scott and Connie?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, well, at this point, I know you've opened up your home, and so I appreciate that, but I do not feel it's safe for you to release Katie and to you. And I also believe that if I was to release Katie at this point, she would likely run away and be a danger to herself as well. So just in my judgment and my opinion, Katie, I think it is the best interest of you to keep you in custody until I can see a marked change in your attitude and your demeanor. And once you do, then I will consider releasing you. Now, Scott and Connie, I think y'all brought her medications. When's the last time she saw her mental health doctor?
We did a Zoom meeting on last Wednesday with her psychiatrist.
Okay, did the doctor adjust the prescription at all?
No.
Okay, and how long has she been on this particular prescription?
2 or 3 months. She was discharged out of the Waco Center for Youth in November 4th.
Okay, and that's when she got her prescription?
Yes. She's been on meds for 2 years. They just adjusted the slightest.
I'm sorry, you broke up just now?
I'm sorry, she's been on medication for 2 years. They just, this last adjustment was made there.
That was about a month ago, you said?
About 2 months ago. She suffers from mental illness.
Sure. So Katie, that medication, do you feel like it's not working?
No, sir.
All right. So Connie, where is her treating psychiatrist?
He's in Dallas. We just started with him about a month ago.
Okay.
Excuse me, but the problem is she's suffered from some traumas early on in life. We have to deal with the trauma before we can get to the mental illness, and that's what we've been trying to do.
Okay, that's fine. Katie, I'm also gonna let you know there's synergist. Oh, sorry, I'm ahead of myself. There's a problem. It's if you are prescribed medication by a doctor and you continue to use street drugs, the street drugs can amplify or mute some of the effects of the prescription drugs. So it's not really fair to say drugs aren't working when you're supplementing it with weed. You have to be clean of any substance, or the doctor who is prescribing has to know exactly what dosage you're taking so that the medication can work as prescribed. If you are taking other drugs, you are actually interfering with the prescription. So I'm going to ask you to take the prescription here. You'll be weed free in our detention facility, hopefully. And if you are, then maybe the medication will work. But we won't know until you're actually not using weed. Okay. All right. So Katie, just take this situation and try and make better of it. But I'm going to detain you for now. Thank you. Xavier.
Yes, sir.
All right, Xavier, I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. When a kid's brought in, you have to see a judge within 2 days. I have to decide whether to keep you here or to release you. If I keep you here, you'll see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You do have a right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, we'll provide one for you. Xavier, the attorney we've appointed for you is Mr. Ray Hall. Mr. Hall, you asked for this detention hearing. For what purpose?
Yes, Judge. We had one last week. He was set to do a psychological on Friday, which I believe he did. And then we had a court hearing set for February 1st, which has now been canceled during the 2-week thing. So we'd ask that he be allowed to go home. I think the goal for the resource staffing is to have him continue with FPP. So we'd ask that he be released so he could get back into that and be doing what he needs to do.
So Yvette, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Why did we issue the DTA?
The DTA was issued, Your Honor, because he ran away at that time and he could not be located.
How long was he a runaway for?
Until he was referred in from September until November the 4th.
About 2 months?
Yes, Your Honor, and I would know for the court. Mother and I were in contact constantly.
Okay. Is the mother here?
Yes, under Tiffany Taylor.
Oh, hello, Miss Taylor. All right. Ray, you might have asked a couple non-related questions to your client.
That's fine.
So Xavier, you ran away for a bit. You don't have to deny it. I know you did. You could. So the question is, just generally, I'm going to ask, since you've been here for 81 days now, was it worth it?
No, sir.
Was not worth it, was it?
No, sir.
It's a whole lot easier living at home with your mom than living at Kimball, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give you another chance. All right.
Yes, sir.
Let's see how you do. But you know, I have no problem signing a warrant for you, right?
Yes, sir.
I have no problem signing detention orders, keeping you here for another 10 days, right?
Yes, sir.
You understand the one person in the world that can keep this away from me so I don't even have to decide is who?
You.
Who? Who's the one person that can keep me from even looking at your face? It's you, right? You follow the rules. You do what Miss Yvette says. You do what your mom says. You'll never see me again, right?
Yes, sir.
But if you push it, you and I are going to be close friends all the way to your 18th birthday, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Xavier.
You are.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, I put it towards the back, but I'm doing a lot of those, Cesar. Cesar.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. When the kid's brought in, you have to see a judge within 2 days. I have to decide whether to keep you or release you. If I keep you, you'll see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Mr. Beaver is your attorney. Let's see. So Cesar, you're 15. January 4th, I let you out of detention, put you in a sweat patch, and you were positive for marijuana. You had court this week for marijuana, today, but it was canceled because of COVID. So, Daisy, are you here?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
All right, Daisy. He came in on yesterday, right, on the 23rd?
Saturday evening, yes.
Saturday. Did we give a drug test?
Yes, he received one, I believe it was yesterday, and that was negative.
Negative. Cesar, see how easy this is? You smoke
Yes, sir.
weed or you hang around people who are smoking weed, you come in here. You're clean, you get to go home. That's pretty easy, isn't it? Yes? Cesar, it's really that simple. If you don't break the law, if you hang around people who aren't breaking the law, you and I will never deal with each other. But if you want to push it and break the law, then think what Cesar, the way it's looking to me, based on your history, you're not a very good criminal. You get caught, okay? So you're just one of those people. That's just the way it is in life. You're going to get caught, so just live on the right side, all right? Cesar?
You said what, sir?
I'm saying you live the right way, and you and I'll be fine because you get caught. Stop breaking the law because you'll get caught, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Cesar. Stop smoking weed. As long as you don't smoke, you'll stay out. You smoke again, we'll bring you back here, okay? Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna still be on the monitor?
Heck yeah, you're gonna still be on the monitor. Man, you haven't impressed me yet. Cesar, impress me. Show me that I can trust you to do what you're supposed to do, and we'll be fine. But you haven't proven that to me yet, right? What you're proving to me is that you're trying to find a way to break the law and not get caught. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You feel me on this one, right?
Yes, sir.
Stop trying to break the law. Just follow the law and you'll be fine. Okay? All right. Thank you, Cesar.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Jamarian. All right, Jamarian, I'm Judge Kim. You know how this works. We've done this before.
No, I ain't never did this before.
Oh, you're right. I was thinking of a different Jamarian. Well, welcome, Jamarian. I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Mr. Houston's your attorney. Dwayne, I think I see
Hello.
you. Hello. Jamarian, all I'm deciding is whether you stay here or you go home. If you stay here, you'll see a judge every 10 days while you're here. So this is the one with the building and construction with Joseph, John, and Maya. Do we have a parent here for Jamarian?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Parents here.
Which one is that?
iPhone.
iPhone? Okay. All right. So you are the mom?
I'm his aunt.
You're his aunt. Okay. Is Jamarian living with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What county do you live in?
I live in Fort Worth, Tarrant County.
Tarrant County. All right. Good. Take the video. Huh? Yeah, just take it with you and give it back after detention. Or take the dead, if they won't give you the radio, take the person. All right, so what is your name? I don't want to call you iPhone. Ma'am, what's your name?
Latoya.
I can't hear you.
Latoya
Latoya, what's your last name, Latoya?
Jemison.
I can't,
Hold on.
okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Now you're muffled again.
Okay,
I believe
let
she
me,
said Latoya Jameson, Judge.
Latoya Jameson?
Latoya
Yes, sir.
Jemerson.
Jamerson.
Okay,
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
So, Jermaine, is this, she's your aunt?
Yes. Yes,
You
sir.
been staying with her?
Yes, sir.
For how long?
Since I was 11 years old.
All right, where's your mom?
She's in my life, but like she doesn't take care of me. She's never taken care of me.
I can't hear y'all.
So Latoya's the one taking care of you?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you've never been here before?
No.
Dwayne, I'm sorry, I should have asked for permission. You don't mind me asking him these questions, do you, Dwayne?
No, these questions are fine.
All right. So, Mary, you understand, I mean, you've never been here before, so I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, all right? And I want to release you, but you understand what I'm seeing is that you snuck out of the house and ended up here with these people, you know, when you got picked up. Like, you understand how if you're not following, like she would not have approved of you sneaking out, right?
No, sir.
You understand that you're kind of in this position only because had you listened to everything Miss Latoya is saying, you would never be in this position, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to leave it like that. I don't want to ask you more questions. I don't want to ask about what happened. I just want to make sure you and I understand that she's looking out for you. And if she tells you what you don't want to hear, it's not because she's trying to be mean, it's she's trying to protect you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And if it comes to you think you're right and she thinks she's right, you know she's the one that's right, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to let you go. I'm going to put you on electronic monitor, though, because you snuck out of the house, okay?
Okay.
And so, but that's just 30 days. You respect her rules, you and I will be fine. So this, also one more thing. It's not worth running from the police. I'm not saying that you did, but if you did, they catch you, it always makes it worse, okay? If this was just a hanging around a building and there's no damage done, the police will let you go home. They would just call your aunt to pick you up, and you would have to deal with her. It's the fact that you ran, that gets them, that pisses them off, and now they're definitely going to arrest you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Ryan, I'm going to let you go to your aunt, and there'll be a case. Make sure you stay in touch with the attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ryan, don't prove me wrong. Thank you. Trayon. This may be the way we just take care of this from now on. I can turn the radios in. I'm just on the end of the week. Are you Trayon?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. So when a kid's brought in, you have to see a judge within 2 business days. I have to decide whether to keep you or release you. If I keep you, you'll see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. All right, Trayon, 14 years old. Never been here before. See, Forward PD brought you in. There was an assault call. Talked to the victim. Then January 14th, he was walking home from Crowley Middle School, assaulted by 4 boys. And there's a video uploaded to Instagram. Wow, more internet snitching. Police watched the video, saw the 4 boys, including you, hit, kick, and throw the victim to the ground, saw bruising on the victim's face and body. He said all 4 boys is a new gang called the Rundown Gang. Yeah, Mr. Adeniji, you gotta help me. Run him down with a car?
No, that's the name of the group.
Yeah, but I'm saying, why would you say run down? Like run him down?
I have no idea, Judge.
Like who thinks of these names? All right, police run down gang. Or like you're run down like a beater car. It's all run down. You're tired.
Or just running down the road.
Running down the road. That's not PC. All right, that's walking PC right there. All right. The police do not have a record of the gang, but it could be a new clique. Other three suspects have not been referred to the juvenile department. Principal watched the Instagram video, identified all four. So your dad?
Brother.
I'm sorry?
Brother.
Brother?
Yes.
Okay. So do you live here? Do you live with Trayon?
Yes, he lives with me.
He lives with, so where's mom and dad?
Mom, I'm not sure where she's at. Dad's in Oklahoma.
So why is he living with you?
Basically he has been in like foster care and been in the system and just to get out of the system pretty much.
Right. So, okay. So CPS placed him with you?
No, he was already adopted by another relative, and now he's with me now.
Okay. So do you know these people, Tyrese, Hilton, and Noah?
No, I don't. No, I don't know.
I'm going to ask you. I mean, I just honestly, is this too much for you to handle, Trayon?
No, sir.
No, Trayon, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your brother. Is Trayon too much to handle at this point in your life?
No, he's not too much to handle. He just hasn't had the right guidance. Basically, a male figure that's pointing him in the right direction. And like, these kids just follow the internet and all of that stuff nowadays. He just really needs to go on that right path and some leadership in his life pretty much that he's been missing.
Do you think you'll be able to provide that?
Yes.
We're at a critical point in his life. He's 14. He's 15 and he's a jerk. He'll always be a jerk. You know that, right? Like, this is the last chance we have to shape him and set him in the right path. And so I'm willing to make the tough decision and put him back with CPS if this is too much for you. Or if you want to step up and it's not your responsibility, this is not your duty, sir. But if you want to step up, then I'll give you that opportunity. All right?
Yes, I appreciate that.
Okay, I will do that. I'm going to go ahead and release him to you. I'm going to put him on electronic monitor. Okay, just so you know, we give him a drug test and he is not using any illegal substances. Okay, yeah. So that gives me a lot of encouragement. But what we need to do now is we need to work together and figure out a way to get involved in Trayon's life and make sure he understands the two paths he can go down to. One is success with his home, family, and happiness. And the other one is either TDC or 6 feet under. And that's his choice. And we just have to make sure he understands. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate what you've done in this young man's life. Now you're stepping up. This is not your duty. This is not your responsibility, but you have my respect.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Lahara.
Want to grab it? Wait right here in the lobby.
Quentin. Sir? You have to make more copies for the day. Sorry? All right, so are you Quentin?
Yes, sir.
All right, Quentin, I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. The law says that when a kid's brought in, you have to see a judge within 2 days. And I need to decide whether to keep you in custody or to release you. If I keep you in custody, the law says you must see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to be silent. You have a right to an attorney. So, Quentin, you and I have met before.
Yes, sir.
Several times. So let's go over this, Quentin. September of 18, criminal trespass. And failed to ID. January of 19, possession of marijuana. January of 2020, evading arrest with a motor vehicle, which you got probation for. and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. While that case is pending, you get arrested for burglary of a vehicle. So you got probation July 22nd, but then 20 days later, you get arrested for evading arrest and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, which the DA dismissed. So now let's see where you are. January 15th, you were smoking weed at Canyon State Academy, where I put you at placement. So you were at placement smoking weed. So they kick you out. Wait, so Mr. Jarman, are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm present, Your
Well, let
Honor.
me get this straight. So by the time you got here, you tested clean. So you asked Canyon State for their drug test. They said they threw their drug test away. So that means since they can't show that he tested positive, they're going to successfully discharge him?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. So when we got the report, they told us they gave him a drug test and they said he tested positive. Spoke with the case manager and Quentin asked the case manager to give him another drug test that actually same day, but a drug test wasn't conducted. They said he was positive for marijuana, so they were going to unsuccessfully discharge him. He was scheduled to return home on the 27th with a max benefit from Canyon State.
Okay. So Mr. Jarman, do we have a parent here?
The parent was here earlier, Honor, but she kept getting kicked out of the Zoom meeting.
Okay.
She was just texting me and said she couldn't connect again.
That's fine.
I called her with that.
All right, Mr. Jarman, go ahead and schedule a nail bed test.
Okay.
All right, and that'll answer our questions for us. That'll be simple. Meanwhile, Quentin, I'm gonna go ahead and detain you, and then I'll decide after we get the results of the test back. If you've been using drugs while you're at placement, you should be very concerned. If you haven't, you should feel real comfortable. All right, thank you. Maya. Are you Maya?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. When a kid's brought in, you need to be judged every 10 days. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Mr. Gladstone has been appointed as your attorney. So Maya, this is the one. Isn't she the fourth one that was at that building? Or is that a different Maya?
Your Honor, I believe Maya was brought in by her parents.
Okay, so it's a different Maya. All right, so. In August of last year, I find you delinquent for injury to a child. Probation of your 18th birthday. Set conditions. And your parent or guardian did not follow the orders that I set.
Hold on.
That you ran away while you're on probation. Given the type of offense that I adjudicate you for, you going unsupervised is my greatest fear. And so I'm very, very concerned about that. We don't have a parent here, right, Ms. Salcedo?
No, Your Honor, she attempted to log in. She stated.
That's fine.
several
This is
times.
just, it's a checkbox for me. So Maya, that is actually one of my biggest concerns as a judge is a respondent in a case like yours, as serious as it is, to go unsupervised when you run away. I am going to tighten up. I'm going to keep you in custody until we figure out what's going on. Thank you. All right. So everyone, this concludes the detention docket for today. We will see y'all on Wednesday. We're only doing 3 days a week during this short kind of COVID slowdown. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.